everyone. My name is Cecilia Towns, and I am the Sporty Esquire, and you're here with me for another episode of Working Women Wednesday, the series where I share with you the things that I've learned and the things that I'm learning from my career as an attorney, as an entrepreneur, and as a former athlete. Sorry I've been gone a few weeks. We had the GladiatHers Women in Sports Empowerment Summit going on a couple weeks ago. It was amazing. Thank you to everyone who attended, everyone who sponsored, everyone who just shared with their friends and family on social and encouraged other people to come. Thank you very, very much. We'll be back in 2020 in Miami, so make sure you're following GladiatHers on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter so you can keep up with all things GladiatHers Summit and just other amazing things that are meant to empower and inspire you. So I've been gone again from Working Women Wednesday, and I wanted to come back with really a few lessons that I learned from the summit. Again, it was wildly successful, but and people have been congratulating me, but I really can't take all the credit. I had the vision for the summit, but none of it would have been possible without the amazing team and supporters that I had. And so that's what I want to talk to you about today, is the importance of carefully choosing your partnerships. And obviously picking your partners in all aspects of your life is important, but we're just going to talk today about professional partnerships. So, who you choose to work with, who you choose to align with can make or break you. And I don't mean that I don't mean to exaggerate that at all. I don't think you can exaggerate it enough. I want to emphasize that who you choose to work with can change your life. It can help you execute your vision in a wonderful way, or it can completely stall your vision or stop your vision if you're not choosing wisely. So choose wisely. But sometimes people don't know how to select the people that they should partner up with. And I just wanted to share with you some of the things that I use, some of the things that I know other people use to determine who they should be aligned with in the professional world. And one of the big things that I personally look for when I'm deciding if I'm going to work with someone on a project or when I'm deciding what team of people I'm going to bring together is, do we complement one another? Okay? Getting along is really, really important when you're talking about successful partnerships. Now, that doesn't mean you have to be the same type of person. That doesn't mean that you have to always get along. But the less friction that there is at the heart, the core of your relationship, the easier it is for you to flow. So I always check people's personalities. I tend to get along with people fairly easily. So if there's someone that I'm not vibing with, I'm not gelling with, there's no way I'm going to work with them in the professional sense. It's just not going to happen. But if they're cheerful, if I feel like their personality matches mine and that it matches my energy and that, they don't catch feelings too easily, they don't take things too personally, then usually that's a good sign that we're off to a good start. The other thing I check when I'm thinking about whether or not we complement one another in this partnership are our styles of work. So everybody doesn't have the same work style. Everybody does not work at the same pace. Everybody doesn't think at the same pace. And for some projects that I have, I need people who can work at my pace, whose work style is similar to mine. But sometimes, some projects, I need people who work differently than me to pick up the slack where I'm not able to pick up the slack, and people who just think about concepts a little differently than me. So check that. Check their personalities, check their styles. The other thing that you want to look at when choosing people to partner with is look for people who complete your vision, right? So we all know that we have strengths and weaknesses. We don't want to build a team of people who have the same strengths and weaknesses as we do. Your vision your mission is not going to be completed. So you want to understand yourself, understand the weaknesses, understand the things that you don't know, and choose your team based on people who are strong in those areas that you are weak, so that you have a complete group. You want them to be able to complete the task that you have a hard time completing. You want them to be able to see things a little differently than you so that they can help you execute your vision and execute your dream. The third thing that you want to be mindful of is you need to pick people who believe in what you're trying to do. Whether it's your company, whether it's your just event that you're trying to host, whether it's just a blog you're trying to put out, whatever it is, you don't want to have to convince your teammates that what you're doing is important and necessary. You have to pick people that already believe in your vision, who already see where you're trying to go, and they are interested in working with you because they believe in your vision. That's really, really key. I can't stress that enough. Like, you shouldn't be trying to convince someone that the work they're doing for you and the work that they're doing with you is necessary. You'll get a better work product, you'll get a better relationship if you're choosing to work with people who, have the vision, who believe in the vision that you have. And finally, I would say pick people that you trust. Trust is something, obviously, people view it in different ways. Some people view it as, well, you have to earn my trust. And however you view trust, I would recommend that you not work with people that you don't trust. Work with people that you believe are honest in general. They're honest people. They're not going to steal from you. They're not going to be users. But also make sure you're working with people who can be honest about the vision, right? So sometimes you have an idea and maybe it's a bad idea. You want the people on your team to be honest enough to say, hey, listen, we see where you're trying to go, but we see some possible missteps. Or we see that your attitude is a little off today. So we think you should check your attitude and get back at us. Don't be afraid to hire people, to team up with people who might tell you about yourself or who are going to push you by being honest. That's what you want. That's going to help your vision become more clear and become executed in the way that you really want it to be executed in. So that's it. Be careful who you choose. Please, please be careful who you choose to work with, who you choose to partner with, who you choose to call your teammates, because they really can make and break you. I can't stress it enough. The success of the Gladiators Summit was 110% due to the amazing team, the people that were hired, the people who were volunteers. All of it was because of my team. So I'm speaking from personal experience that if you want a vision to be executed well and thoroughly and in line with what's in your head, choose your teammates wisely. Pick people who complement you. Pick people who can complete the actual vision, who pick up where you're lacking. Pick people who believe in your vision, and pick people who are honest, who you can trust. Well, this has been Cecilia Towns of Sporty Esquire for another episode of Working Women Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you're following me on Instagram and on Twitter, and make sure you're following Gladiators to stay up to date on all the amazing things that we're bringing women, especially women in the sports industry. Bye.